We're doing it live. Whoa, what am I doing?
Popcorn's popping, the sound is too low. Push it up, no back down. We're good to go. Megan hits play on the YouTube. Some grainy footage, it's old tech, it's true. Bingo, Dr. Lingo, where did the evidence go? Scorned it, squalid, words don't really matter. Oh, look, it's that random angry chatter. It doesn't matter what trial you watch or what state you are in. The doctors for the state will make you go crazy again. Blood pressure rising, the overhead is mesmerizing. Look at the shoulder pads, I can't believe the 80s fads. Bad hair, good hair, a lawyer seems to never care. We pause, rewind and lose it every time. The prosecutor's pacing, committing crimes against humanity, against community. Coffee in hand, popcorn on deck. Megan Fox and Flux, what you expect? Thursday retro trials are here. It's all the old crime. Megan and Flux with the chat, having a retro time. Come grab your bingo card and sit with us. This isn't safe for kids. You know Flux will cuss. Bad hair, long rants, evidence gone wrong. Playing bingo, roast 'em and sing this song. Hey, Megan will start yelling, get to the point. While Flux starts yelling, she just needs a joint. We aren't the real experts, we just like the law. Looking at the evidence the jury never saw. Here we are, 2 hours later. To the witness we must cater to their every whim and every gripe of every word they don't deem right. Just say yes, man, just say no, man. Just give a real answer, not evasive maneuvers. Thursday retro trials are here. It's all the old crime. Megan Flux with the chat, having a retro time. Come grab your bingo card and sit with us. This isn't safe for kids. You know Flux will cuss. Bad hair, long rants, evidence gone wrong. Playing bingo, roast 'em and sing this song. Then you see Megan screenshots, the doctor's frown. Post it quick with a crying clown. Trials get dark, but we'll lighten the load with side-eyeing jokes on this Thursday retro road. Another case, another hair crime. We'll be back next week, we just don't know what time. We'll do it again and have more audio problems, I know. So get your coffee and enjoy the shit show.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take
We're
a look.
trying to, can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It
And
is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here, she's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live, I'm not a cat.
I can see that.
I am muted though. I am not a cat. I also am not a cat, though I may be muted.
I am also not a cat.
How you doing?
I'm good. I love that video. That'll never get old.
It never gets old.
You know,
I've been playing it a lot lately because I just really want to see the guy say, Your Honor, I am not a cat.
2020 sucked, but it did bless us with some gems.
That was one of them.
That was one of them.
I've been looking forward to this for a while. I'm so glad we're doing this. That song just made me so incredibly happy. You know, like
love it.
We're doing it. We're on episode 10, Flux.
I can't believe it. We've already made it to episode 10, which is good.
It's great. All right. We've learned something, though, from last week, which is that this trial is not watchable without day drinking, probably. But if you guys feel that, if you feel like this is not watchable without day drinking, make sure that you send the super tips, the super chats, and the Rumble rants, and all the other things, the Cash Apps, the Venmos. Oh, I should probably put that up on the bottom of the screen here.
I should show you.
You got the good booze.
I got some good alcohol because I couldn't, that vodka, I stayed cold for hours and I could not warm up. I was like, this shitty vodka is ruining my life.
It really was. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm all out of the good stuff at the moment. But we emptied it last week. I'm not totally out. It's downstairs. I just have to walk down and get it. But I don't know. I guess we'll set a goal for the first for the cracking open of the day drinking. I would say let's do a total of. We'll start it at 30. Okay, we'll start at $30 for the day drinking. Where are we at the moment? We are at. Well, you guys only have $28 more to go. So there you go. You've already got to start. You've got $28 more to go. I should probably open up the Rumble. The rants on Rumble. That way I can see them. And super tips are open as usual, which I don't actually have up on the screen. That would be a good idea. Also, guys, don't forget that you need to click the bingo link at the top of the chat. If you're looking for the super tips and or the bingo link, it's pinned to the top of the chat, right? Didn't I pin it? Yes, I did. We are playing bingo as usual before we pull this up. All right. Just speaking of, where were we? Is that doctor still talking?
I think he's still going.
Oh.
I unfortunately think he's still going. So I'm like, oh no, we might start drinking.
God.
Although we do need to come up with a word of the day.
Oh yeah, word of the day. Okay.
We need a
hold
word
on.
of the day.
Spinner wheel. Where's this wheel of names? Here we go. My word of the day is already here. Okay, so we have MRI, shaken baby. Or no, we had shaking motion, or was it shaking shaking
Yeah,
baby?
it was
the shaking motion. Arachnoid, subarachnoid, shaking motion, MRI, objection. Do we have any other words we want to add to the word of the day wheel before we spin it? Anyone?
I feel like we need a random word that we know might never come up, but if it does, we would need to take a shot.
This is the shot word? Can't be the shot word. This is the word of the day screaming word. If we make this the shot wheel and they say subarachnoid 100 times like they did the last time, we're screwed.
We should have, we'll do, I definitely love the word of the day, but I feel like we do need a shot word where it's like astronaut.
Okay. All right. We will make astronaut take a shot. And that does not mean that Flux or I say it. It has to be heard in the court. The trial. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Astronaut.
It's a good safe shot word.
Oh, I kind of like that. What if anything? They haven't done a lot of that. We could do a what if anything.
Because
they haven't done that.
Check's really good.
He has not done a what if anything yet. Okay, I'm willing to change it to what if anything. That's the shot word. Okay, here we go. Ooh, clicking to spin. What is the word of the day?
That's scary though. That's a little more scary than astronaut.
Here we go. And it's going to be shaking motion for the word.
Of course, it's shaking motion.
Of course it is. That's going to be great. So if Barry Sheck starts doing this, we all go, ah! Okay, did you get it? All right, if you have never been here before and you're wondering what the hell is this all about and why are these weirdos screaming and shaking, we are continuing the retro trial Throwback Thursdays that our dear friend, our dearly departed friend, Legal Vices, God, I hate saying that, that he had started and didn't get to finish. And so we are finishing it for him, with him in spirit. Jeff's here. He's just over my shoulder. He's just over Flux's shoulder too. Sometimes he flies around in the dust motes in front of my camera. Just trying to annoy me, like right in my eye line too.
You see me yet?
Yeah, right. Let's give it a whirl. Thank you, Stringer Bell 20. By the way, we are simul streaming over on HouseofFluxx. Make sure you get over there, give her a like and a subscribe there, and share the stream out. Make sure everybody knows that we are here and we are queer and we are watching this. Yeah,
at least 50% here.
50% is queer, and I'm just queer adjacent, but also very supportive. Okay. I'm just the gay mom everybody needs. Okay, where
I like queer adjacent. That was funny.
It's like being law tube adjacent. I'm also queer adjacent. I have a lot of adjacents in my life. Medium smart and queer adjacent. I think that's going to go on my
That's
bio.
a good one. That's a good one.
Oh my God. Madsen has 7 freaking parts. No, wait.
What?
No. Sorry. No, part 2, part 3. Sorry. I got scared. I thought it said part 7, but I read it wrong. It actually says part 3 and part 4. I think we were on part 3, but now I have to go back and check because I'm actually not sure. I should have written it. Oh, I did write the timestamp down. Hold on.
Last time, I think I didn't remember to do that last time. I
did because I was like, okay, write it down because this is annoying to have to go do 8,000 times. Meanwhile, while I am finding the timestamp, Flux is going to take you through the bingo card. Aren't you, Flux? Yes, you are.
I definitely can.
And I'm going to put it on the screen so she can do that. All right, let's see. All right, let's share that. This is what we are looking for today. All right. Ready?
Alrighty, my dude. So first off, we have Jeff Did It, followed by Old Tech. Flux Pets Cat overruled. Flux Angry, which, I mean, this guy, if he goes on for too much longer, I'm going to get there real quick. Then we have P-Break, Shaken Baby, Dorothy Hamill Haircut, which, I mean, Barry's there, so we're going to get, that's almost like the free space. It's the free space. Hair Talk, Squunch. Yep. Sound Problems, Objection, and then obviously the free space. Bob, our demonstrative head, which Bob is like $100 for like a very.
Oh, did you find out how much Bob is?
I did. You can get they can start out at like $100 and go all the way up to like 1,000 depending on how detailed you want it.
Wow,
pretty cool.
Fantastic. That's pretty cool.
We have shoulder pads. Megan hits wrong button. Sidebar. Flux looks horrified. Yells in Boston. Meg's BP meds fail. Nickname, which we gave him Dr. Chrome Dome last time.
Yes, now we have to look for a new nickname. Right?
Well, we don't
Chrome Dome
like
doesn't
for a new
count
character.
We have to have a new nickname. We haven't nicknamed the prosecutor yet. We don't even know his real name. So we need to come up with a nickname for him.
I don't even remember listening to him like speak at all. Have we even heard him speak?
Oh yeah,
yet?
he screams in Boston the entire time.
Oh, that's right.
You may not have heard him because I think you came into this when we were already on cross-examination. You have not heard the prosecutor very often, but he does scream in Boston. He does not even need a microphone. He's fabulous.
We then have Sustained, Kid Raid, 70s Porn Stash, Coffee Break.
And then we have
Hard Swallow, Sex Scandal Face, Distracting Hand Gestures, which is also now our word of the day, which is kind of fun. Bullshit, Lawyer Math, Not My Job, Showmanship, evasive maneuvers, squalling out, and sarcastic air quotes. So that is our bingo card for today. So everybody make sure you grab the link and you get that going so that when we get the trial going, it gets a little less tedious. Just a little bit.
I have good news. The good news is that we are on part 4 of Chrome Dome's testimony, and we are an hour, 27 minutes, 51 seconds in. So I think we are almost done with him.
Us.
I think we are going to be, wait, yeah, this is the last part of his cross-examination. So we are going to be done with this soon, I hope. Yeah, because it's an hour 45. So we're almost through it. Thank God. All right, 127. Well, we did do 4 hours last week. That was insane.
But okay, how much of that was actually watching trial, and how much of that
was day drinking?
Was not was day drinking and day drinking shenanigans.
There were a lot of day drinking shenanigans. Yes.
I would say it was probably like 2 and 2, maybe, or like you know,
it was a lot.
It was a lot.
There was a lot. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. You guys are, oh, hold on. Now I have to, hold on. Before I start this, oh, shoot. I have to check the super chats because, well, why hasn't it updated? Oh, YouTube Studio is doing really weird stuff again. It's not updating the chat revenue. That's so weird. It's stuck on $2. Oh, those are your super chats. That's why.
I was about to be like, oh, Megan. Oh, Megan.
Oh, my God. Oh, now I see what's happening. She's your favorite. I see. Uh-huh. Yep. I see what's happening. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I think about that. No, I do know what I think about that. How dare you, chat? All right, here we go.
Soft tissue swelling on the right and the left.
I'm going to turn the commercials on just for that.
Did you study that in some care before you came into the court?
I've looked at it.
Are we doing a combo of $20 or $20?
No, absolutely not. You can set your own goal, but
Fair point.
I'm doing it's 30 on my. You want me to start day drinking? You're going to need to pay me.
There's very little soft tissue swelling as revealed by those bone windows on either side, right?
It is not dramatic soft tissue swelling, that's true.
It's barely perceptible soft tissue swelling at all, isn't it?
That's true.
Now, doctor, let us assume that Matthew Eapen suffered a skull fracture.
Dorothy Hamill haircut can be checked off the
2 or 3 weeks prior to admission to the hospital. The right occipital area. And swelling went down afterwards. Aren't these bone windows consistent with that kind of event? The swelling going down, the lack of swelling you see here.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to call showmanship also. Why is he screaming? Why is he
screaming? Got my attention. Does that count as hand gestures too?
Yeah, that could be distracting hand gestures. Yes. Wow. We have to back up a little bit because that was intense.
That Matthew Eapen suffered a skull fracture 2 or 3 weeks prior to admission to the hospital. The right occipital area. And swelling went down afterwards. Aren't these bone windows consistent with that kind of event? The swelling going down, the lack of swelling you see here. Yes or no?
Yes, that would be consistent.
Holy shit. He got him to admit it. Is that all it takes? Is screaming at the witness?
No further questions.
No further questions. Case closed. Here comes the redirect, or the redirect. Yes. All right, now you're going to get to
Doctor,
hear
assuming
Mr.
that head fracture to Matthew Weepin's right occipital area occurred sometime after 8 a.m. on February 4th.
Yells in Boston.
Would it be unusual not to see soft tissue swelling in the right occipital area?
It would not be unusual not to see soft tissue swelling.
He kind of looks like Matt Damon a little, especially
I
with
was gonna say he looks like he could play Frankenstein or like Herman Munster. But
So I'd like to ask you some questions based on your testimony earlier in the
on
day.
the front more so than the
Response to
side.
questions from Mr. Scheck. He made reference to a spectrum of injury referred to as hyperacute, acute, subacute, and chronic.
Yes, sir.
The subdural hematoma that you observed to be present in Matthew Weepin's head on February 4th, how would you classify that subdural hematoma in reference to that spectrum of injury?
Most likely hyperacute.
And Mr. Scheck gave you a hypothetical which was based on the existence of a small subdural hematoma and rebleeding. The subdural hematoma you saw to be present in Matthew Weepin's head on February 4th, was that a small subdural hematoma?
So that was a very large subdural hematoma.
And during the course of the surgery on Matthew Weepin's head and brain, defense counsel asked you about the word chronic.
Yes.
And you had indicated that you found no chronic bleed or injury to Matthew Weepin's head area.
That's correct.
Did you find any signs of an old bleed or injury to Matthew Weepin's head
Oh
area?
my God, the cat
By that, I would
cat
be looking.
attacks Flux was not on the bingo card.
ever since I put this quilt on the back of my chair, she loves to just like hang on here. It scares me to death every time. And I'm just like, okay. Yeah, she attacks the back of my chair now a lot.
All right, Flux, you may have reached a goal. You need to read your super chats. Let me read my $2 super chat from Skipper. Thanks, Skipper, for being the only person in the chat who really loves me. Says, hi, Megan. Hi, Flux. The rest of these are yours. Go ahead.
We got Let's Give It a Whirl. Thank you so much, Stringer Bell and Skipper Nation. Thank you so much, or Skipper Veteran Nation for the $5. Here to flirt with Flux and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Thank you so much, Skipper Veteran Nation. I appreciate you. And we got an 11-month member chat. Thank you so much for the 2 hearts. I appreciate you. And then we got a Mill with a 14-month member chat. Hell yeah, my dude, Mocha Dickin. Which Mocha Dick was the giant whale that Moby Dick was inspired by. And then we got Tammy Fayette in the house. My dude, wow, 2 years, a 24-month member chat. I didn't even realize I had been doing this for that long. But like, I keep now getting these that are now more than 2 years old. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you guys so much. And Pierce Johnson, thank you so much. 19 months. Crazy how time flies. Love y'all. Yes. It is awesome. And a Mill with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I'll drop a few coin. Thank you. And then that did put us at least my first shot. Thank you so much for the gold super sticker.
Goal!
So
and
we
Tammy,
are cracking.
Finally, Tammy said, thanks, sends another 2. I love you too, Megan. Well, I love you too, Tammy. And that means that I'm what? I can't do math in my head. $25 away, $26 away, $26 away from my first shot. But you guys are interested in keeping me sober. That's okay too. I'll just turn on the commercials. It's fine.
See, it's unfortunate because sometimes the chat, you know, their version of punishment, it changes. Sometimes it's making you drink, and sometimes it's making you watch your friends drink.
That's true.
Terrible.
It's just horrible. It's terrible. Pa and Ma Bear sent 10. Maybe this will make up for it. Excellent. That is excellent news. We're almost there.
I am going to get one of the shot glasses that is clean.
I don't even have any alcohol. I'm not feeling very optimistic, I guess, because I don't even have any alcohol on my desk. I just have this sad, lonely, empty bottle. Well, there is some in the flask, though. I do have some in the flask.
Ooh. That one's not clean either. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Clean shot glasses are always a problem on the streaming desk. It's true. I should go get it. Well, I will. When she comes back, I'll run downstairs and get it if we need to. Hooked and Booked member for 5 months. Hey, thanks for being a member. I really appreciate you. We love the members here. It's also great to give gifted memberships. That's always a lot of fun. People who can't afford it then get a nice gift. And they love it. And we love it when you do that. All right, for those of you keeping track on the bingo card, we have already checked off showmanship, free space, Dorothy Hamill haircut, and yells in Boston. Skipper says crack open a bottle for $2. I think that means we are at $16, $17. I'm not there yet. Not there
My
yet.
cat is like now trying to. No.
What is the cat doing?
She was like trying to smell the alcohol, and I don't know if she was trying to drink it or what, but I was, no, ma'am, you don't get that. All right, my dudes.
We were actually at $15. We need 15 more, chat, if you want me to crack open the alcohol. All right, you got your alcohol open?
I do, and my shot poured. All right. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy watching us and me drink. Oh my god, it is so much better.
So much better than that awful cucumber vodka. God, that was so awful.
It tastes good. It tastes good.
Yeah, it does taste good. Hooked and Booked. Thanks for the 2. We got 3 little whiskey shots here. We're getting 8 round up to $18. I'll give you that. We're at $18. We're looking for 30. That's the magic
for
number.
signs of chronic membrane formation and chronic abnormal tissue formation. There were no signs of that.
Sir, with regard to the
little on
new
my
hand
desk.
paper
That's unfortunate.
that defense counsel
Oh, I may pull out the vodka today. I actually think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the vodka and the lemons. I like a good vodka shot with some lemon. But I have this new vodka that I did some shots the other day with that is fantastic. I didn't have a headache. And I must have done, I don't know, 5 shots, 6 shots.
How long did it, like, in what time frame?
Quickly.
Too quickly. Enough said.
I was making dinner and I had a really bad day, like a really bad day. And I remember my one girlfriend in Chicago telling me we had little kids together. You know, when you have babies, shit's crazy all the time. And we used to get together and craft and do a little day drinking occasionally. And I remember her going, we would like make drinks and stuff. Eventually she was like, you know what's faster? Shots.
I mean, she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
We'd throw back a couple of those, and then we'd be good to go and make all the crafts all day long. It was fun. So I had her voice in my head, and I was like, "Yeah, you know what's quicker than a glass of wine while I'm cooking? Shots of vodka. That's better." So I did about 3 in a row. And then I was cooking, and I finished cooking, and I did 2 more.
What vodka is it?
I got I don't know. I can't off the top of my head. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to bring it up when I hit the goal, and I'll tell you guys what it is. It's really good. It's actually
We want her to hit the goal, guys.
It's by a tequila company. We're at $21 or $22 right now. We're getting close. It's by a company that I usually buy my tequila from. And it's just really good. So I'm looking forward to that. But I had no hangover, no headache, nothing. I slept good. I didn't have any problem. Nothing.
you made reference to.
Nice.
You're familiar with that paper?
I am, yes.
And
all done, by the way, with all my errands. I got nowhere else to go. I got nothing left to do except for show up on Tug Stream, which, you know, it'll be fine. The last time I showed up snookered, it was hilarious. So
It was fun. It
It'll
was
be
fun.
except chat, don't tell him. You guys are such snitches.
That was funny. I
Why
mean,
are
that was funny.
snitches. You know, you snitch on me, and that's not cool. Like, the second I got to the stream, the chat's like, "Hey, Tug, she's been drinking all day." It's funnier if you don't tell him.
This is the one place where snitches can't get stitches.
That's true, because we can't track you down.
Is that paper discussed in discussion meetings amongst and between pediatric neurosurgeons?
It has, yes, I have been at meetings that it has been cited.
And Dr. Mattson, what is your understanding of that paper's main point?
That paper started from the premise that the authors felt was a common premise at the time that they were writing it, that patients that came in with retinal hemorrhages and a subdural retinal hemorrhages and evidence of brain injury, regardless of what else was there, could happen as a result of simply shaking. And they had two ways to argue against that conclusion that many people had. In other words, this was always called the shaken baby syndrome, and so the implication was that those two things
that wasn't our word of the day.
Shaking as the
But that is going to
principal injury.
I was going to say my cat did just jump up on my chair again, and I gave her a little pat. So you can check off Flux Pet's cat too.
Fatal injuries. There was also some evidence of direct impact, and that evidence could be either
Shaken's not
a skull fracture. It could be soft tissue swelling seen clinically, or in many cases, they didn't see any evidence of a skull fracture or soft tissue swelling, but only the pathologist at the time of after death could see evidence of that impact. So based on that clinical series, they made the assertion that when you see a fatal injury associated with retinal hemorrhages, that in spite of the fact that retinal hemorrhages may come just from shaking, to have this severe of a brain injury statistically ends up requiring an impact.
Okay, I do see super tips are on the, I see that. Here, I'll pull this one up. I'm now at $25, so we're $5 away from me having to go and get the vodka. Here
Come on, guys, we want to know the vodka.
I know, it's really good. I wish I could think of what it was called. And this is from Ryland Poole. Thanks for the 5.
Megan, I've been watching Nick stream that deposition, and I just know you are kicking your feet and giggling while you watch. Also, we need a Tug voice. I want to say, hey there. Also, micropene.
No, the micropene counter is now at 1. And yes, watching Nick watch Lynette's deposition is epic.
It has been beautiful. I have loved
I was not prepared, though.
Of it.
I was not prepared to get roasted harder than Lynette. That is really unfair. It's really unfair. Really unfair.
So I was thinking about it, and I'm like, oh my God, you're like one of Nick's favorite people because he is nonstop roasting the shit out of you. So you have to be like his favorite person because he roasts the shit out of.
I know. It is so funny, though. It's so funny. And it's terrible because I can't stay up for the entire time he goes on because he's up till 4 a.m. every day.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a mom. I have to get up and get a kid on the bus and get stuff going. I have to be up at 6:30. I can't be up till 4 a.m. every day. So when he gets on a streak like this, I can maybe do that once a week. But I've been falling asleep. And then I can't even defend myself in the chat later. That's the worst part, is not being able to roast him back because I was asleep.
One of my favorite comments though still was the thicker than a Snicker. I still love that one. I don't know why I love it so much, but
he's having fun. And I love seeing him have fun. It's good.
I'm so, because initially I found him, I've always been like a next day watcher. And I love, like, I used to wake up, and before I found Jeff, I watched Nick all day in the mornings. And now I'm back to when I wake up in the morning, I have a new Nick stream, and I'm like, oh, the old routine is back. It is so great.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I used to do that too, although I would always fall asleep with Nick because he would, that sounds really bad phrasing. I would fall asleep while listening to Nick every night, like back, a couple years ago. And then I would wake up and watch the rest, whatever I missed in the morning. And that's like, it's just because you do fall asleep before 4 a.m. And everybody's been like, you got to get on with him and watch with him. And I'm like, I would love to. But my studio is no longer in its own space. It's in my bedroom because we had to toss around with kids in rooms and whatever. It's temporary. This is going to eventually go down into the basement where my husband's office is, and his office is moving into the new barn that we built. But this is going to take time. So in the meantime, I can't do overnight streams. I just can't. Not in my studio. And then if I were to do them like from a laptop somewhere else, it would just be weird. I don't know. It's too much trouble. So I'm not going to be able to do any overnights unless the hubby is traveling somewhere sometime. Then I'll be able to do it if he's not, being interrupted with his sleep. But everybody's like, why aren't you on? I'm like, because Nick streams at ungodly hours. Because I can't.
Like, there will be times I wake up about 5:30, 6 o'clock. There'll be times he's still streaming when I wake up, and I'm like, oh, I can join the live, but I'm in like the last half. And I'm like, how? I don't understand. I can't, man. Although I do like narcolepsy and all that. I get it. But like, I can't do that. I can't stay up that late.
Well, this is so regardless. I mean, he has been doing a lot of roasting of me, but this was the nicest thing I think he's ever said about me. I have to play it. I found it. It's the nicest thing ever.
Also, this clothing combo.
It's so good. It's so good with that. What even is that? Is that shiny? Is that
I don't know.
A dragon print? Like I don't know what it is, but I like it.
It's like one of the greatest coats I've ever seen.
So this is the nicest thing he's ever said.
Megan's, you have to understand that I don't listen to Megan ever, not even once. If she told me to brush my teeth with Crest, I would smash them against my toilet bowl so I didn't have them. Like, it's awful. Like, it's a disability at this point because Megan's right about a lot of stuff. Like, like some stuff.
I'm gonna put that on the soundboard.
You need to clip that, and just be like, Megan's right about a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Boom.
Going on the board. It's going on the board. He finally admitted it.
Occasionally. But I don't ever listen to her. She's like Cassandra to me. And I mean like Cassandra from the the Trojan War, where everyone would like hear her and she'd be right, but no one would ever pay attention. Megan is Cassandra to me. So like just like let's get that out there first. I don't know about this whole case. I don't know. There's a whole lot going on. And anytime anybody's asked me about it, I'm like, there's a lot there. There's a lot there. I do know that this deposition involves a fucking crazy person.
Yep.
Named Lynette Preston. Whatever else in the world is going on, she's insane. And that's demonstrably present here. She should be represented. She's not. And look, the way these things work out, this is a product of her own making.
This is all true. But that's the nicest thing he's ever said about me. Also, all of it is true. I am always right, and he never listens. No one ever listens to me. That's fine. Just he keeps asking for my opinion, though. I keep giving it to him. He keeps not taking it, which, what are you going to do?
That's like a dude thing, though. That's just like a dude thing. They can't help it.
They can't help themselves. I like how he said it's like a disability at this point. It is. I'm like, you're retarded. You're functionally retarded. Stop.
They then went on to test this with a mechanical model using dolls to see if they could shake babies hard enough, shake dolls hard enough.
Oh, does that count? He kind of did a little shaky motion.
No, but the visual of like a doll and somebody actually physically shaking a doll that long to try and get that data makes me concerned for why we're doing certain research.
Ooh, we need to bring that guy in to do it in front of the jury, like blue tape guy.
Ooh, like blue
paint.
tape guy or
blue paint guy.
Blue paint. Or you remember the expert from the Murdoch case who threw the phone around his office?
Yes.
We need that guy too.
Create force enough to cause a severe brain injury. And in fact, they concluded that having people shake dolls didn't generate that kind of injury. Having them shake them and then strike them down against the surface did cause sufficient injury, mechanical impact to cause that injury based on other experimental data.
Doctor, if a child presents at Children's Hospital with a skull fracture without known history, where's the next marker you look to determine what happened to the baby?
You mean without known history, no history to explain the fracture? One of the things that would certainly be done is that an ophthalmological examination would be done as an absolute routine.
And if you have hemorrhage of an old or chronic subdural hematoma rebleeding into a hemorrhage, would you expect to get retinal hemorrhages that appeared the way that Matthew Eapen's retinal hemorrhages appeared?
Objection. There's no evidence.
Objection.
Those retinal hemorrhages.
On your bingo card. Overruled.
Would you like me to
Also-
repeat the question, Doctor, or do you recall the question?
Nice. Oh, boo, I don't have overruled.
Do I understand the question to be
I had them both.
with a relatively
I might
trivial
be
injury
bingo
in someone with
today.
a chronic subdural, would we expect to see retinal hemorrhages?
Nice.
Yes.
The answer is no.
I am too distracted by your super chats because this one is too weird. You have to read it.
Thank you so much, Skipper of Veteran Nation. I appreciate the $2 super chat. Flux is sweet, like bear meat.
Excuse me, what now? What the
I've
what?
I've never had bear meat.
I would not expect it to be sweet. What the hell kind of comment is this, Skipper? And you've got AP 518 here too.
Thank you so much, AP, with a $5 cucumber. No, I put the cucumber vodka away. We put the cucumber vodka away. That's gonna be like $100 Cash App. To make me drink that shit again, that is $100 to the Cash App, because fuck that shit.
P&M Bear. Yes, I'm sorry. I said P&MB last time because my brain works faster sometimes than my mouth can get stuff out, and it just went right past the bear part. Thanks for the 2. And Rozilla's round. Thanks for the 2. Ladies, get the schnapps. Well, not till I see $5 more because I'm still at $25. 5 more for me to go get the vodka. Wow.
If we assume an old subdural hematoma, and as defense counsel suggests, a rebleed, what would you expect the fluid within the brain to look like?
Typically, the blood at that point is somewhat oxidized. It's changed colors. The blood is no longer red, it is brown, and the usual description is it looks like crankcase oil.
And in the observations you made of Matthew Eapen on February 4th, did he have any blood within his head or brain that appeared in that way?
None that I saw, sir.
And whether or not your inspection of Matthew Eapen during the course of your surgery, you noticed anything which resembled an old membrane?
No, that's what I was saying. There was no sign of a chronic subdural hematoma, nor the membranes, nor the blood vessels that form that are the ones that are fragile and eligible to rebleed with trivial injury.
And would you have noticed an old subdural hematoma, weeks to months old?
Yes, I would.
Objection. Speculation. Objection. Speculation. Calls for speculation. What he would have noticed.
So the answer of
Judge
Dr. Madsen
allowing it.
stands.
I
as you
agree
would-
with Barry. I agree with Barry. Would you have noticed? I think he might not have noticed. So him saying, "Oh yeah, I would have noticed," that is speculation. How do we know? How do you prove you would have noticed if there was an old subdural hematoma? How do we know?
Especially we know that when doctors typically, if they're looking for something, all they're looking for is that thing. They're not like seeing a whole bunch of other stuff. They're mostly just like, oh, this is what I'm here to focus on. This is what I'm doing. And so I'm not saying like it didn't happen, but also speculation.
Would have noticed, Judge.
Exactly.
And he did not notice. That answer stands. Thank you. Doctor, is there a way to distinguish between the effects of hypoxic ischemic injury without trauma and hypoxic ischemic injury caused by trauma?
Well, the two are quite similar. I don't.
Another objection.
I guess
Man,
if
he's
there are,
just full of
you
them.
can distinguish if there are other signs of trauma, then it would go along with the trauma as opposed to, say, hypoxia from an asphyxiation or drowning.
I didn't hear the judge respond.
Based on the observations you made of Matthew Weepin
judge
on
is kinda hard to
February
hear
4th and the
sometimes.
subsequent
Yeah.
5 days until he died, based on those observations that you made, could a hypoxic ischemic event without trauma have caused Matthew's injuries as he presented on February 4th?
Well, it could have caused the brain damage. It would not have caused the subdural hematoma, nor would it have caused the retinal hemorrhages.
How about the skull fracture?
Nor would it have caused the skull fracture.
Can you date
You were
the
asked
skull
to
fracture, though?
agree with a number of
How do you know when
statements
he
the
got it?
defense counsel made earlier, which
I
described
feel
a
like due to
situation
the
where
healing, like
there
the
was a
healing
pre-exi-
process, you would be able to tell at least a little bit. Because you can tell like when bones do start to heal.
They haven't really
Like,
talked
there's-
about that, have they? About the age of the skull fracture? I don't think. I feel like I haven't heard that.
I feel like they said it could have been older than a few days old. I feel
Okay.
like that's what he could have said, but also we did day drink last time.
That is true. So who knows what we remember?
Yeah, my memory could be flawed.
The chat
That's a
is
possibility.
determined to make me watch this sober, and I don't know what to tell you about that. I may not be able to get through it.
existing subdural
Come on,
hematoma,
Chad.
which rebleeds into a rehemorrhage. Now, is there a recognized syndrome with regard to that situation in the medical field?
Well, rehemorrhage into a chronic subdural hematoma would be such a case, yes.
Skipper comes through.
Ah, yeah,
And what would you
Skipper!
expect to be present if, in fact,
All right. Flux is going to have to take over and entertain you while I am away. I need to go and grab the bottle and a shot glass. I don't have any shot glasses, actually. I really need to buy some. So I'm going to have to come up with maybe I'll use a drink.
See,
holder or something.
I thought every adult had like a shot glass collection. I thought that was just like an adult thing to do, and turns out it's not.
I used to have some. I just don't know where they went. So I don't know. They're the missing shot glasses. Okay, I'll be right back.
All right, go get it. So we're about to find out what this vodka is that Megan drank, that she drank 5 shots in a period of time of making dinner, and it didn't make her hungover at all. So I'm curious to see what type of vodka that is, because it does sound nice. Much better than the cucumber vodka. Guys, I cannot tell you. Oh my goodness. One, I'm surprised me taking the cucumber shots has not been clipped yet. But 2, oh my God, when you have actual good alcohol, that was so much better. I cannot even begin to tell you how horrific that cucumber vodka is. I can't. There is, if you want to try it, it's effing vodka. Cucumber. I don't recommend it. It's not great. Let me see if there are any other super chats. Oh, AP. I just got a $5 super chat from AP. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I go for a stem cell consultation tomorrow. Hopefully I get accepted into the study. Downside, it's in Cleveland. Ooh, my dude. I've heard stem cell research is the concept, I understand the concept. So I'm hoping for you, dude. That sounds awesome. Because, I mean, when you think about it, what is it? The Peter Griffin, I understand ooh, guys, speaking of that, I'm actually going through my class. Oh, you guys can't see it. My class this quarter, or one of them, is Jewish and Catholic bioethics and Christian bioethics. And we're actually discussing like the ethical dilemmas of mostly like, you know, we've talked about how they're genetically altering pigs' hearts and like pigs' livers. And we're talking about like the ethical implication. But I think stem cell research, as far as I've researched, is awesome. And I really hope it works. And I really hope you get accepted. That would be cool. Downside is it's in Cleveland. I mean, yeah, Cleveland. I've never been, so I don't know if I can personally attest to the fact that Cleveland sucks. I don't know. I've never been to Cleveland. Does Cleveland suck?
Does Cleveland suck? No, Cleveland's kind of great.
Nice.
It has a beautiful.
If it's Tito's,
it's Tito's.
Is it just Tito's? Oh my gosh. It can't be just Tito's.
It is. I mean, well, that's a good vodka.
This isn't bad, but
good vodka. I didn't have that little bit. Although the bad news is we don't have much left. That's the bad news, is that I don't have much left.
I was also, definitely not expecting Tito's.
This is not a shot glass. This is a whiskey glass. So I will not be filling this up to the top because that would be like 2 ounces. So no, I'm just going to do 1. There, that's 1. All right. If I filled that up, huzzah! All right, and
that would be fun.
I also don't
if
have
you
any
filled
good-looking.
It would be fun.
I don't have any good-looking lemons, so I had to get limes. But limes are good too.
Limes are good, especially with a vodka shot. Oh yeah,
bottoms up,
down the hatch. Oh man, I will say a vodka shot.
Royal rules. Okay. That'll make you want to yell. Holy cow.
Vodka, like just straight up vodka with lime. Oh my God. Yeah, that's like a party drink. That's definitely a woo.
Yeah, for sure.
That situation existed in reference to the subdural hematoma.
Oh, this is already more entertaining.
Well, we would have,
the
one thing in common with this case is that the scan might have shown areas of higher density and lower density. But that's the only thing in common.
Goal to next shot is only $20.
Characteristics of the blood that I mentioned.
Chat, $20.
It also would have shown signs of these chronic membranes, which would have been evident at surgery.
And during the surgery and post-surgery, did you make any observations of any of those indicators?
No, sir, we did not.
Thank you. I have nothing further with Dr. Madsen at this time.
You were asked questions about the blood that you
Oh,
observed
damn. I thought it
on the
was
surgery.
done.
You still stand
I thought
by
it
your
was over.
testimony.
It's not
When you
over.
first punctured the dura, what came out was the clearish fluid, which you
recross?
identify as serum.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Now, you were talking with my colleague about crankcase oil, right?
Yes.
And chronic subdurals, right?
Yes.
There, where there's a very well-formed membrane.
Yes.
Well, if what is forming in this case is 2 or 3 weeks old, you will not necessarily get a thick membrane, right?
That is correct.
And you've already told us that the clot that came out at surgery was not put in a jar and sent to pathology. Yes or no?
Auntie, darn it. was fast.
Yes.
Oh no.
That's what I'm talking about. Chat never disappoints.
Oh no. This is bad news. This is bad. Well, it's good news. Thank you.
No.
Thank you. Thank you for the 20. I just didn't expect it so soon. We also have a super tip that did come in. Let me play that one for you. Thank you, Rylan, again.
Meg isn't a lawyer, and so she doesn't know the lawyer way to stay up all night. Cocaine. I, Nick Recchieta, am a little out of my element since Lynette herself isn't obese. Hashtag too dumb for torts.
That's true. Too dumb for torts. I'm terrible at torts. Hashtag too dumb for torts. Yes, I haven't quite mastered how the lawyers stay up all night. I gotta get more familiar with that cocaine stuff, I guess, in order to make it through a Recchieta stream. No, chat, that's a joke. I would never do that. You should never do that. Stay far away from that stuff. It's bad for you. It's bad for you. If you're going to do cocaine, you should only do it when you're in college and only once or twice. Okay.
I'm in college.
Oh yeah, you are in college. I don't give you a hall pass. You're like my kid, and my kids are instructed they're never allowed to do any kind of drugs. So. Sorry, you're shit out of luck.
Like weed doesn't count though, right?
Weed does not count. It is no longer a Schedule 1 or 2 drug. It's now Schedule 3, and it's also legal. So if it's legal where you live, I say imbibe wisely. Do not drive while under the influence, and just stay at home and get, fly to the moon. All right, here we go. Number 2.
Down the hatch.
Cheers. That one went down easier. Nice.
They start to go down easier after the first one.
After the first one, yeah, your throat kind of like warms up to the idea.
Yep. You start to lose your inhibition a little bit.
Somewhere in the hippocampus, it's going, feed me, Seymour. I forgot to put my background up. Here we go. Hold on. I got to get in the cave. The blanket fort must be.
I was going to say, you have a blanket fort. That's so cool.
Do you remember the old blanket fort in my old studio where I literally had a blanket behind me?
I think so.
We used to call it the blanket fort. Oh, it was funny. It was funny. Good times. Oh, the memories. Memories like the corner of my mind. Back when I had my own studio and in a room where, my daughter shared the room, but she can sleep through me streaming for some reason. In fact, when I moved out of that room, because she has the largest room, my oldest, when I moved out of that room and I wasn't streaming all night anymore, she was like, I can't sleep. I can't sleep without you streaming.
Well, it makes sense. A lot of people fall asleep with the stream on.
Mm-hmm. Well,
she gets to do it with you there.
What was funny, though, is that I could be as loud as I normally am, laughing, cackling, screaming. She would never wake up. She would go right to sleep. I know. I mean, she was a good little studio partner because she wouldn't ever complain. We just had like this between us, like one of these. And she was on the other side, and she'd just go right to sleep. But yeah, I had to move out of there. And I can't move back in because my husband refuses to take my desk apart. He says the next time he takes this desk apart and moves it, the desk is staying where it is. So he refuses to move
permanently.
Yeah, like permanently. That's why he's like, nope, I'm not doing it until you go down to the basement until I get my stuff moved out, and then you're moved. But in the meantime, though, he's like redoing that space, and he's got to like put down a floor and paint walls, and like it's gonna be a long time. Oh God.
Yes. And one of the things that you would expect to find if an injury were 2 or 3 weeks old, either in the clot or in the dura, are evidence of capillary growths and fibroblasts.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Probably early to be expecting those, but you might, yes.
Now, doctor.
Well, you know what would make this trial more fun? We could play tits and lick some underneath.
What?
Were you not in the stream last night?
I was for Oh, is this your song from your Rumble last night?
Yes.
Nice. Yes. Okay. No. Yeah.
Mix and lick them.
You
make
said
this any more
that
palatable.
you don't think it's not unusual for there to be no soft tissue swelling within 6 hours of a high impact injury that fractures a skull. That's your position?
It's borne out by clinical experience.
Now, you're not a
yeah, this does
neuroradiologist,
work.
That is correct.
and you didn't even look at that bone window, well, withdrawn. You didn't pay particular attention to the bone window before you gave your opinion to the police on February 5th. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
It's fair enough.
Been studying a lot more.
I feel like
At
prior
that
to coming
point-
here to testify, right?
I know. Extra
We've had to
points
look at
if
everything
people
again.
in the audience start bopping.
That bone window arose and it caused
Yeah.
some consternation, and you did it not.
I don't believe it caused any consternation in me.
Did he say constipation?
Okay.
I thought he said consternation.
Consternation. Got it. That's different.
Bottom line, you're saying that, in your opinion, there was a skull fracture, a subdural, and a high impact injury
Yeah. Get it,
within
Barry.
6 hours of admission, and the lack of soft tissue swelling there to you
Hand
is
gestures by
consistent
now.
with that hypothesis.
Like
And the
it has
literature.
to. We have to call that by now.
I did call it.
What literature?
Oh,
The literature of series.
I just
of-
didn't
for
have it.
example,
I
must
the
have been
paper we've been
distracted.
discussing now states that many of the patients who came in with obvious impact, obvious evidence of impact, such as a fracture, did not have any clinical suspicion of this even before the time of their postmortem exam.
So you're saying that the DeHane paper, that's the one written by Dr. Tebow that you were asked about on redirect examination,
Yes,
the one you were explaining at some length to the jury.
yes, sir.
You're saying that supports the view that that bone window is
What's a bone
not
window?
unusual for the kind of impact injury you've described.
Yes, it does.
That paper supports it.
I believe so.
You didn't write that paper, did you?
Ouch.
No, sir, I did not.
Dr. Tebow wrote that paper, right?
I think Dr. Duhame wrote the paper, sir.
Dr.
Dr.
T-Bone?
Tebow's one of the
Dr.
authors of the
T-Bone?
paper.
Yes, but the first.
T-Bone.
Okay, thank you.
I know a guy named T-Bone.
You do? Does he sell weed?
No,
sounds
You were
like
asked
me.
about retinal hemorrhages.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember his first name. It starts
Now-
with a T, and his last name is Bone. So
Perfect.
Isn't it true that there are a number of disorders that involve simply increased intracranial pressure from which one gets retinal hemorrhages?
And papilledema.
What?
And papilledema. You need papilledema before you see retinal hemorrhages in the eyes from ICP.
All right. Now, you said that would be true, you're saying, of hyperintensive encephalopathy,
Yes,
subarachnoid hemorrhage,
yes.
intracranial hemorrhage,
Well, if the issue is from ICP, yes.
Just for refreshment, ICP means what?
increased intracranial pressure. Now, you were asked about, on redirect examination,
definitely helps with the dead air.
about the retinal hemorrhages that you saw in this case. Remember that?
Yes, sir. I did not see the retinal hemorrhages.
Let's be clear about that. There was one examination of retinal hemorrhages that was conducted prior to.
Come on, Barry.
That
Bring
is
it
correct.
home.
Dr. Diamante did that.
I want him
Yes,
to get a
Dr.
really
Rob
good point
signed
right for the beat drop.
And then he signed off on the next day.
I don't know when
Drop.
he actually
All right.
did the exam.
He didn't actually look through that scope and draw the pictures of the hemorrhage.
He did the next day, sir.
I'm asking you about the first.
The first day, I'm not sure which doctor did what on that day. I've only seen the note.
Then there's the operation, right?
Yes,
And there's another examination, correct?
yes,
Another set of pictures drawn.
yes,
And that's after, as you told us, intracranial pressure went up, went down, and went up again from the
Yes.
operation.
yes,
And DIC occurred.
yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Donato.
Okay, that was it. He's finally done. Yeah. He's finally finished.
Yeah.
All right, who's this? This is Dr. Robert Cleveland. Why can't we
Yes.
hear him? Here we go.
You may proceed.
Your Honor, similar
That's
to
a
other
tie.
witnesses that I have proceeded with.
To this witness.
Yeah.
Exhibit 39.
Thank you.
That tie tells me that he is a big Louis XIV fan.
In what area is Dr. Cleveland being offered as an expert?
That is
Yeah,
some
very
interesting
awesome.
hair.
I was gonna say, what is with the not hair on top?
We're going to have to talk about the hair. Hair talk may now be taken off the bingo card because I'm about to go off. Sir, you look like Bozo the Clown. This is not a good look. He has got good hair, though. I could see why he doesn't want to go completely bald because he has nice curly hair. You know, it's shiny, it's curly. But that, good Lord, the thinning on top. It's not good.
Thinning? It's not there.
He's a good candidate for implant hair. You know, what do you call that? Hair transplants?
The hair plugs.
Yes, hair plugs, I think would be maybe a way to go. Because I'm not sure he would
I
look
don't
great
know.
with balding. Although he might look like Walter White if he just shaved it all, frankly.
I was gonna say, I think people underestimate if you shave off your hair on top, as long as you grow a beard, you are fine.
That's true.
That is fine.
And he
That's
looks
all
like
you
he
have
could.
to do.
He's got a good stash. He could have a
Yeah.
beard.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel sorry for men though. This isn't I would want to die if I lost my hair in this pattern. Like it would really, really bother me. But I think it's important for men to understand that this does not bother women so much. Like baldness doesn't bother us. We don't, it's a manly thing. It makes us think, oh, look, it's a man, you know, like bald head, that's a man. But this like half bald thing is not attractive.
It's just, like I said, you're just fence sitting, bro. You're fence sitting. Stop. Like again, just commit.
Remember the tuft of justice?
Right.
Got a little video of him.
Goodness.
He just refused to shave off that little hair island. Well,
Like,
let's revisit Judge Carroll, one of my favorite judges ever.
I understand you're moving for a mistrial when you got additional time and you can call the same witnesses to address whatever issues. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor. Because
Can we go to exhibits, please?
Judge Carroll, the thug judge. But that hair, it was like a
will
little unicorn horn. Like what was going on?
It was a little hair island. I don't get it.
in a sea of baldness, as His Honor actually wrote.
That was like the greatest.
I would say that I have hair, a full head of hair, while my son would say it's a small hair island in a sea of baldness.
It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful.
It was very beautiful to be acknowledged in that way. We know for certain that Judge Carroll was watching our shenanigans. We loved the tuft of justice, but he didn't need it. Like he could have just shaved it.
Again, like just grow out a beard and a mustache. I promise.
Go the legal vices route. Go the legal, like get a big bushy beard that looks cool that you can wax your mustache and stuff. Like honestly, that's so much better.
Like, have you seen the mustache competitions and stuff?
No, but I bet they're amazing. Okay, now I'm gonna have to.
Like,
I'm gonna have to look that up. Hold on.
Like you have to look it up and like look up these fantastic. Let me see if I can too, because holy shit, the way they style some of these.
Oh my Lord.
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm going to turn the volume off because they'll definitely do that. But this is insane. Okay,
you found actual videos.
Don't go this far. This is too far. But that one's okay.
Like, but
I like the what was that? Like the Three Musketeers one. I like that one.
It's like,
yeah, I like that one.
That one's good.
That one's not bad either. The Civil War, the split beard Wait, did you see that? Look, that was fun.
Like the extreme mutton chops. That's like,
yes.
it's just like, yeah.
Wow. I
But
mean,
like
the ZZ
look,
Top.
like in
these look like-
stars,
wow, these are crazy.
and that's all their shit. Like that's weird. Some of it's
I like
just
that
weird.
one with. I like this one, the ZZ Top with the braid. That's
Mhm.
good.
Like holy sh.
This is so insane. Look at the guy that has it like a dog face or something.
That's too weird.
insane.
That's
that's
just
too
too
much.
weird.
I feel like the fleas would enjoy that though. The flea bags would like that. I think they're
Yeah.
into dogs and dog play and whatever the hell else.
Yeah.
Wow. Who does the
Oh,
beard
yeah.
styling? Like, do you go to a guy and be like, I need an octopus on my face? Look at this, sticking straight up like antennas and out to the sides. Like, you cannot say that this dude does not look manly, though. I mean, come on.
Right?
I mean,
Like, and
I'm
half
not
these
really
dudes
sure.
are
Like,
bald,
they're all bald.
except for dog face guy.
Right. Dog face guy was not bald. That guy's not bald either, but that's quite a
No,
beard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, is that a?
Wait a minute. Was that a woman?
Yeah. I
That can't
don't know
be real.
I think there are a few women there. It looks like that looks like that's got to be something else.
Those are women. Are they transes?
They. I'm
mean,
wondering
you
if
never
they're.
can tell.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they like have pretend beards, because that one in the middle clearly has a fake beard. Because that's a chick.
That's a girl. If I were these dudes, I'd be so pissed that they allowed chicks into this.
Yeah.
Unless they were chicks with dicks, then I guess it was okay. It would be okay.
Yeah, because that would make sense.
Oh, that guy won. This guy won. That's fun. All right, see, that's what this guy needs. He needs like a magnificent beard and a little bit of waxy curly mustache. I could see that on him. I think it would be fantastic. And then everyone's looking at your beard. No one's looking at your head.
Oh yeah,
need.
All they're staring at is like your hair on your face.
Right. And it also, men with those big bushy beards they look so masculine. And that's what you're going for, right? You feel like you're losing your hair, you're losing your attractiveness or whatever. Grow a big beard. Women dig it. They do. So, just a little tip here from us. Grow beards, gentlemen. Shave your heads, grow beards. Why can't we hear what you're saying? Speak into the microphone. Oh, we may
Bad
now check
sound.
off audio.
Dr. Cleveland, what is your medical certification in?
There we
I am
go.
a board-certified
Sound
radiologist
problems.
with subspecialty certification in pediatric radiology.
And sir, what is your current principal hospital service?
So if anybody's keeping track, he's like that Sally Field radiologist. Remember the pediatric radiologist from the Tim's trial?
Mm-hmm.
Remember? But she was really annoying because she sounded like she was really nice, but you could tell she was a demon underneath. Hated her.
Yeah, it was in her eyes.
We are not quite at sex scandal face. Let me remind you what sex scandal face looks like. Hold on. Here is sex scandal face. There's a definite downturn of the mouth and a lips pressed together. If you don't have that, you don't have a full-on sex scandal face. Right now, he just has his lips together. He would need to really downturn the mouth. It's a real look. You'll know it when you see it.
Responsibility and role.
I am a pediatric radiologist at Children's Hospital in Boston.
Are you also a member of the child protection team there?
Yes, I am.
And what's your role as a member of the child protection
He's
team?
a child.
I am the consulting radiologist to the child protection team.
He's a child abuse pediatrician.
He's a child
I need my
abuse
button.
radiologist.
Mm-hmm. Child
At
abuse.
Boston's Children. Isn't that where the Tims went to?
Well, no, yes, the Tims did go to Boston for the diagnosis of the Ehlers-Danlos, but Boston didn't do anything bad to them. But Boston Children's did kidnap Justina Pelletieri, which is a famous case from Boston Children's. And now that I'm looking for a children's hospital to help my daughter, I am finding myself avoiding all of these children's hospitals that I know are run by witches. So like J-Hatch, Boston, even Cincinnati, I'm worried about because that was brought up. They were going to take Maya into custody.
I was going to say, yeah, isn't that where they were trying to send Maya?
Yeah. And so it's like, it's a nightmare. Like being a parent with an ill child, especially like someone with a complex medical disorder, a kid with a complex it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. So I'm not looking forward to what we have to do.
And just in general, what is the child protection team at Children's Hospital?
Any cases that are brought to the hospital, seen either in the emergency room, clinic, or admitted to the hospital that are suspected of possibly being victims of child abuse will be brought to the attention of the child protection team.
Right. And they're around their boiling cauldrons on the 7th floor with their black hair dye, and they're in their druid robes. And you get there and they decide which children they're going to take to sacrifice to their blood god. And then in case that's the testimony he should be giving right now. I'm sorry. I'm giving the testimony he should be giving. Don't listen to a word he's saying. Just listen to what I am saying, because what I am saying is 100% right. Child protection teams are full of witches and Wiccans and wizards. What do they call it? Warlocks. Who sacrifice children for their money god, because they get paid based on how many kids they take.
For further evaluation.
Dr. Cleveland, how many children with fractures and bone defects have you seen during the course of your professional career?
Many thousands.
And since 1976, could you indicate what your focus has been for each subspecialty?
Yes.
I consider myself a general pediatric radiologist, excluding neuroradiology. I focus on
Peculiar Optics wants to know, oh Lord, what is this? Peculiar, this is Retro Throwback Thursday, and we are watching a trial from 1997. It is Massachusetts v. Woodward, and we are playing bingo. We are taking shots. We are having the time of our lives watching this killer nanny trial that Legal Vices, Jeff Harrison wanted us to watch. He started watching it. He never finished it. Flux and I are here to finish the job, shall we say, that Jeff didn't get to do. And it's going to be interesting. We got a child abuse pediatrician on the stand, and you know what I think about them.
plain film imaging, which is predominantly bone, chest, and abdomen imaging.
Doctor, fair to say you've witnessed thousands of healing processes as they relate to dates of fractures?
I think that's a fair estimate.
Doctor, could you just define radiology for the jury?
Define radiology?
Please.
Radiology is the medical specialty of imaging of body parts using diagnostic x-rays. With that, we can assess internal structures that can't be as clearly assessed from physical and history examination.
Dr. Cleveland, did you have occasion to review a wrist x-ray of Matthew Eapen during the week of February 4th?
I did.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness, please?
Yes. That'll be exhibit 40. Maybe Mark now take there's no objection. Check. Oh, no objection.
Doctor, I'll show you an imaging study and ask you, do you recognize that to be an imaging study x-ray of Matthew Eapen's wrist area?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I publish exhibit 40 to the jury on illustrated?
Yes.
If I fall asleep, just yell at me to wake up.
Are you tired?
With the court's permission, may we dim some of the
No, but
courtroom
this is
lights?
boring.
Okay, sorry. We'll put Tits and Liquor back on. Maybe that'll help. Let's do version 2.
I was like, oh, I remember the prosecutor had so much dead air.
Now, doctor.
Doctor, could I ask you to step to the monitor and observe the 2 imaging studies that are on the monitor? And Dr. Cleveland, I ask you, is that imaging study better seen on the monitor, or would you like it on the view box in front of you?
I could see it a little better on the view box.
If you want, if I make changes to the view box, thank you.
Can we classify that as old tech?
Yes. Old tech has been called on your bingo card, which I also do not have. Darn it.
A pointer.
This is worse than the TV. This is like worse than the TV.
Of that imaging study, you indicate for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what findings you made in relation to Matthew Eaton's wrist epic.
Yes. There are 2 bones that extend from the elbow to the wrist, referred to as the radius and the ulna. The larger is the radius. The normal situation is that the external aspects or the periphery of the bones,
This is the wrist fracture.
cortex, is a straight line, an uninterrupted line. And what I noticed in the radius is that as you approach the end of the radius, of the distal aspect of the radius, there is an acute angle right there. I don't know if everyone can see it.
No, we cannot see it. It actually looks like nothing like that.
Typical for a fracture.
Yeah.
In addition to
I'm
that,
sorry. Let me
there
explain
is,
what I see.
Calcium.
He says there's an acute line there. Hold on. I gotta pull up my.
I see the wrist being taken an x-ray like this and an x-ray taken like this, which would twist those 2 bones, would it not?
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor.
It does
but
look
would
like
that not?
Which is the
Wait a minute. My drawing thing isn't working. That's weird.
Oh no.
My draw on page is not popping up. That's so weird. Why? What is happening?
We need that.
Darn it, I can't. I can't do my draw on page. It's just not popping up. That's weird. But I don't see what he's saying.
Brad?
But whatever. I don't know how to read X.
one of the bone that shows up white.
No,
But when you
his
say
head
to
is
me as
clearly
a
in 2
member-
different positions.
And when you say to me as a member of the jury, do you see this acute angle here? And I'm like, no, I don't. And I have questions.
On the x-ray, which has started to bridge the 2 components of the fracture, and that's indicative of healing.
Oh, he's
And
talking
it's
about something
indicative of
else.
healing that's been
Okay,
going
fine.
on for a moderate.
Now seems like a good time to call off what's been called on bingo. Let me just show you. We've had showmanship, hair talk, overruled, objection, free space, yells in Boston, Dorothy Hamill haircut, sound problems, Flux Pet Cat, distracting hand gestures, and old tech. I think that's all of them. Did I miss any? I said objection. I said overruled. We haven't had a sustained yet. Yeah, I think that's where we're all caught up now. Everybody caught up? Good. Okay, wonderful. Back to the trial.
Time.
Whether or not that fracture is displaced, Doc?
It is posteriorly angled or dorsally angled.
And in layman's terminology, can you indicate for ladies and gentlemen of the jury what that means?
It angles back.
If I could ask the witness to retake the stand.
Yes. Further question?
Is Barry going to try and crawl in the stand again? That would be fun. Barry,
that would
try to sit on the witness's lap next time.
Right? Put your
That's
arm
gotta go
around
on
him.
the
Cuddle.
bingo card. Next bingo card is going to have Barry cozies up to the witness in the box. Barry gets in the box.
The doctor in the
Barry
course
gets
of
in the
your
box.
study of this area due to your training and experience. Are you able to date age such fractures as those that you've seen to Matthew Weepin?
We do attempt to do that. I base my attempts at aging fractures upon my experience in looking at children who have sustained similar fractures at similar ages in their life at a specific known time. So I have the opportunity in other children of knowing that a fracture occurred at point X and then following that fracture as it heals over a period of time and knowing precisely the amount of time that has intervened between the injury and the image at which I'm assessing age of the fracture. And in doing that, you need to keep in mind that fractures heal at somewhat different rates in that younger children heal more quickly. Taking that into consideration, in an 8.5, 9-month-old child, my estimate at the time that I read these films was that this fracture was approximately 2.5 to 4 weeks of age. That's my best estimate. It's an estimate. It could be a little older than that, but my best estimate is 2.5 to 4 weeks.
And Doctor, based on your observations of Matthew Weepin's wrist x-rays that you've just made reference to, and your review of the relevant literature in the field of pediatric radiology and your training and experience in the area of pediatric radiology, do you have an opinion to a reasonable degree of medical certainty with regard to what the mechanism of such wrist injury would be? In other words, how it would happen?
In other children.
Well, first of all, you haven't been.
Yes. In children in whom we see this type of fracture, and this is not an atypical type of fracture to see in children, that where we have a history that's clearly identified with the injury. The injury is usually that of an acute deceleration injury. And what I mean by that is an older child who's old enough to be up and running about, trips, falls on the outstretched hands, and when his hand impacts with the floor, the wall, whatever, the force of his or her body is transmitted through the bone and will break it. I've also seen these types of injuries in children falling from jungle gyms and falling a fair distance to the ground or striking their arm on one of the bars of the jungle gym on the way down. I've only seen this type of fracture with moderate degrees of force applied to the side. Moderate or severe.
I'm sorry?
Moderate or severe.
And Doctor, did you also have occasion to review skull x-rays of Matthew Weepin?
Yes, I have.
And did you have occasion to review a frontal view?
Yes, I did.
And did you have occasion to review a side view?
Yes, I did.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness with
Exhibits 41 and 42.
41 being the frontal view and 42 being the side view.
41 and 42.
You know what's funny is that
Dr. Hanuel's been marked exhibits 41 and 42. And
I was just thinking, I'm wondering when Dr. Newberger's turn is coming up, but Dr. Newberger is the founder of the child abuse, basically practice of medicine. And he was a witness expert witness in the Maya Kowalski case, from which he broadcast to the court from his extremely expensive closet. You remember this? He was coming to you live from his wood paneled closet, drinking water out of a wine glass, which I know we won't get that visual in this courtroom. He'll actually be there in person, but it's going to be fun seeing him in two different, we've seen him in his lavish walk-in closet, and now we get to see him in a courtroom. I can't wait till he takes the stand, actually. It'll be interesting to see him so young, because we've seen him in his older years, but I'm dying to see him.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury whether or not those imaging studies depict x-rays of Matthew Weepin's head skull image?
They do.
Your Honor, if I may publish exhibits 41 and 42 on the government.
Yes.
Thank you. Doctor, if I could ask you to step to the view box and similar to exhibit 40, if you could indicate to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what findings you made specifically in the right occiput area of Matthew Even's skull.
This is the frontal view of the skull, and this is the lateral side view of the skull. These images were obtained after surgery, so that a large section of his skull or calvarium has been removed. And that's what's causing this shadow or line, curving line here. In addition to that, there are these black, or we refer to them as lucent lines, which represent normal sutures where the different bones of the skull eventually grow together. In addition to that, there is a line right here, which is in the right occipital bone, which is the bone at the back of the head. There are no normal sutures that exist there. The configuration of that line is that of a fracture.
Doctor, can you tell how far the fracture has separated in terms of millimeters?
It's at its widest, it looks like it's about 2 to 2.5 millimeters wide.
Thank you. And whether or not you could date the skull fracture, and explaining that to the jury, if you could indicate dating and aging as it relates to skull fractures in general.
It's much more difficult to accurately assess age of skull fractures. The blood supply to the bones of the skull is different. It's not as luxurious, not as much of it as there is to the bones of the arms and legs. So it's much harder, slower, and much harder to predict. All I can say is that the margins of the fracture are very sharp and crisply defined. Initial manifestation of a radiographic manifestation of a healing fracture is that the dead bone at the edge of the fracture is acted upon by certain cells in the body and are carried away. So radiographically, the edges of the fracture become less sharp as healing occurs. This one is still very sharp. Therefore, it's relatively acute. I'm not sure how acute. It could have been the day the film was done. It could have been several days, maybe even weeks later.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you, Doctor. If you could retake the scan.
So not accurate, right? Like, how are we supposed to make a decision on who did this thing to this kid when they can't even tell us when the thing happened? I think you should. I feel like it gets thrown out because of that. If you can't tell me when it occurred, then I can't tell you who did it.
Exactly.
Not with any certainty. And
We are no further questions of Dr. Cleveland.
Or beyond a reasonable doubt. I mean, this is.
I was going to say it's just raining doubt at this point.
It is raining doubt.
Yes. Doctor, I know you have to go, and we'll be brief.
Thank you.
Dr. Cleveland, first, are you familiar with Dr. Elisa Jean, a neuroradiologist?
Yes.
And are you familiar with her single-author textbook, Imaging Head Trauma?
No.
Okay. But you, would it be fair to say that you trained with her, you worked with her?
Yes, that's true.
Have high opinion of her?
Yes.
Your judgment, absolutely first-rate neuroradiologist.
I haven't worked with her for a long time, but she was top-rate radiologist when I did.
Thank you. Now, with respect first to skull fractures, if I understand your testimony correctly, just looking at the X-ray film of this skull fracture, one cannot date it in terms of age as being a day old or weeks old.
Yep, that's what he said.
It is very difficult to date skull fractures. Yes, this is not a fracture that's been there for a long, long time in that the margins are still sharp, but how long it's been there, I really can't tell you.
So
That's insanity.
Ooh, sidebar.
to go back
Sidebar.
again, I mean, you'd agree with the proposition that
Sidebar
I
on
think you're
the
telling
thinking
us
part.
that the healing of linear skull fractures may require only 3 to 6 months in an infant or young child, but frequently up to a year in older children.
That's an accurate statement.
And that, and just so the jury understands, skull fractures, they heal more slowly than fractures to other parts of the body,
That is true.
such as the wrist here.
Yes.
Now, in terms of what you observe I withdraw. What you look at on the X-ray machine, the radiology of it, those sharp lines, those could easily be there 3-4 weeks later. In other words, skull fracture happens 3-4 weeks later, you'd still see the appearance of what we see here today.
Yes.
No question about that.
No question in my mind.
Okay. So you're not here telling this jury, just by looking at that radiology, you can dismiss
Yeah, that's reasonable
the
doubt.
hypothesis that this is a skull fracture that
So
occurred.
much of this is reasonable doubt.
The skull fracture, no, I can't do that.
How is this not over
Now-
at this point? And
You mentioned that at the edges of the skull fracture, the first thing you would expect to see is healing there, right?
I would expect to see healing manifested by resorption of the edge or a blurring of the edge of the fracture.
Right.
Yes.
Now, that can sometimes show up, you begin to see it on the radiology, right?
Yes.
However, there's something known as, I guess, histology. Is that a fair?
Yes.
And that's where you actually take the bone, the fracture itself, and you look at it microscopically.
Yes.
And when you look at it microscopically, that's when you would get maybe your best data on exactly when the healing process might have started.
It is another way to assess healing. And you are looking at the microscopic molecular basis of healing with histology, which we're not doing with radiology.
Right. Now, you are aware that we do not have the skull fracture, in this case, available.
I was not aware of that.
You weren't?
No.
Well, if the skull fracture were available and one sent it to histology for analysis, one might find histologically the beginnings of healings around the edges that might not show up on that radiology.
That's possible.
so they yet again
Now,
didn't send
you mentioned
something
that the
to the lab.
fracture to the wrist.
This is the second thing they didn't send to the lab for further testing and dating. So first we have the clot that they let fall to the floor. Nobody sends it for dating or for anything. And now we have the skull fracture that they also didn't preserve. Okay. Again, I'm on the jury. I'm going, what? Yet you're speaking to me with so much authority, prosecution, about who did this. But your own doctors didn't do their own due diligence to make sure they had the timing right. Yeah. I don't like it.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
It stinks.
Is the
Flux, you missed a member chat. Okay, hold on. Let's get started stuff. I haven't been paying attention. Oh yeah, here it is.
Thank you so much, BS Simon. Hey, Flux, do you get extra credit in school for doing these streams? You definitely should. Don't forget to get bread, milk, and eggs for the storm. Thank you so much. I really should. Being in criminal justice, I should get extra credit for watching trials.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
And
I almost
thank you so
died
much for
5
the
times
25
this morning.
months.
Oh, Wow, 25 months. I am, by the way,
Yeah.
I almost died in a blizzard this morning, like 5 times.
What? Is
So-
it bad in New York already?
Oh yeah. It is epic. So I had 2 appointments for my daughter today that I can't miss because like she had a PT appointment and then another appointment back to back. And I didn't realize how bad it was outside. I get out there and I've already started the car and whatnot, and I'm brushing the snow off the car, and it's like 5 inches approximately. And
Are you kidding me?
No, and I look at the road in front of my house, which is a state road, and it's clear. So I'm like, okay, if I can get out of the driveway, I know they always clear the state road and it's never a problem. So I'll be fine once I get out of the driveway. I got out of the driveway. I get a half mile down the road, and it was a trick. Only a half mile of the road was clear. I get a half mile down the road and I've got like 15 more miles to go, and it is a whiteout. I can't even see the lines in the road. People are driving with their flashers on. That's how bad it was this morning. And we did like a fishtail almost into a semi when I had to turn. It was horrible. It was horrible, I tell you. Terrible.
Oh,
it was
sounds
so bad.
terrible.
It was terrible. I almost died. But
bad.
Luckily, because we had several hours with these appointments in town, by the time we got out of our appointment, the roads were totally clear. So good
nice.
job, New York State, for clearing the roads today, but it's supposed to be really bad all through the weekend. So
Oh my, this storm is apparently supposed to be super horrific. And
they always say that though, don't they? They always say that, and then it turns out to be a big nothing burger.
That's what I said, but Mrs. Flux said that I can't say that because then I'm going to jinx it, and then it really is going to turn into a horrific storm.
That's true.
But
that can happen too.
It's supposed to stretch from
I lost-
New Mexico all the way across.
I lost a chicken last night too.
Oh no.
And it wasn't because I was afraid, it was because of the cold. Because when I went up there and I saw her collapsed, I was like, oh no, it got too cold, and she died of the cold. And then I get closer, and something tried to drag her out of the coop through a crack in the door and cut her head off. Headless. Of course, her body wouldn't fit through the crack, so just a headless body was left. And the poor flock, the rest of the flock, was cowered inside the coop. Like they wouldn't come out even for food. And I was like, oh no, now they're traumatized. So whatever happened last night. It was probably that fat raccoon that lives in the house around my house. And because of the warping of the door, because of the snow and the water and whatever, there's a gap in the door. And I really can't, there's nothing I can do to fix it. But all I can say is, chickens, stay away from the gap in the door. Like, why are you walking at night near the gap? Like the gap is only like this big at the bottom of the door. Stay away from that. Like, why would you be there? Oh yeah, Flux looks horrified.
No.
Check it off. Check out Flux looks horrified. Sorry, this is just life. This is life with chickens. You get used to beheaded chickens, in the morning. It happens. There's predators.
I
They're always
want
trying to
chickens.
outsmart ya.
But this, I'm like, the poor I would be horrified. I would be beside myself. See, Mrs. Flux would just be like, come on, we got to, we'll just eat it. Now, I mean, it's obvious, it doesn't have a head. We could just eat it. But me, I would be horrified. I would never be able to recover, I don't think.
I don't think I could eat them. First of all, meat birds they're only good when they're young and fat. Like you kill them really young. My birds are too old to be any good. They're just, they're layers. So you wouldn't want to eat them. They'd be like tough and gamey. And also they're like our pets. Like I couldn't.
Yeah, that's where I'd be too.
Can't pluck one of our chickens like that and then boil it or whatever. Like that would be terrible. Horrible.
Yeah, see,
so instead I threw her
right
in the
there,
garbage can. Instead I yoinked her in the garbage can. Poor thing.
Oh.
Look, that's farm life. It's
she had a
country
good
life.
life.
She
She
did
had
have
a good life. Did she provide you with a lot of eggs?
She did. She had a good life.
Oh,
She was very
good.
loved.
Oh,
And
good.
also, raccoons got to eat too, or whatever the hell got her. They got to eat too. You can't really blame them. They got stuff they got to do too. They got youngin to feed. They got babies to feed, and
To be fair, if it's able to get the chicken through a door, it kind of deserves to get a little bit of a meal, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, it could have been one of those. See, I'm thinking if it was one of those slinky animals, I never remember what they're called. They run like this, and they're like a mink, but they're
ferret?
A fisher. A fisher. Fishers do take heads off of chickens, but if it were a fisher, that fisher would have been able to get through that crack because it's big enough for a fisher to squeeze through because they're like rats. They can flatten themselves. They're horrible. So they would have done it would have done more
Being
damage.
Completely honest, I've never heard of a fisher before. Didn't even know that was a real. Is that like it's not a fish?
No, it's a marmot. It's a varmint. It's a mammal.
Okay.
I don't know what you call it. But I've only seen one once, and it runs like a snake through the grass. Like not this, but not this way. This way. It's creepy.
It's definitely more ferret-like.
Yes, it is like a ferret, but it's bigger, and they tear the heads off of chickens and like drink their blood. They're horrible. The things you find out about predators when you have chickens. Yes, like a marten. Yeah. Yes. I wonder if that's why the dog was going nuts last night. That could have been why he was going nuts in the middle of the night. Yeah, probably was. So anyway, R.I.P. chicken. And one of you said, geez, what a burial. In New York, you have to dispose of chickens and livestock in the garbage because of H1N1 or whatever bird flu.
Kind of thing.
I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right
in a deceleration injury when a child falls.
It's one of the mechanisms.
Or infant falling.
Wow. I learned so much on these streams.
Either a blow to the hand or falling upon the hand and bending it back, if you will.
Is sometimes this called a green stick type fracture?
There's several terms that are used to define various kinds of fractures that tend to occur predominantly in children. Green stick is one of them, and this fracture could be appropriately described as such.
Now, there are other kinds of fractures that are seen in children, are there not?
Yes.
And in your work, in trying to assess whether child abuse has occurred, there are certain kinds of fractures when you see them that are I think your term is sometimes diagnostic for child abuse.
Are highly suggestive of it.
And those fractures.
What is highly suggestive?
One kind of fracture is called a corner fracture.
Yes.
Could you describe that for us?
A corner fracture is metaphyseal corner fracture. The metaphysis is the end of the growing bone. May I digress to describe the anatomy of the end of a child's bone?
Yes.
There are growth centers at the ends of the long bones. The bones of the forearm are long bones.
Like right over.
Yeah, like right at the wrist.
Right.
And there is a cartilaginous growth center, which eventually will calcify. The cartilage we don't see as bone. We see it as soft tissue, just like muscle and skin. When it starts to calcify or ossify, we will see a growth center there. Separating that from the shaft of the long bone is an area called the physis, which is where the active metabolic process of growth occurs. Immediately next to that, going back toward the center of the bone, is a flared component referred to as the metaphysis, and then into the proper shaft of the bone is the diaphysis. In a child of Matthew's age,
I'm glad we didn't say shaft was the word of the day.
End of the.
You know what's funny? I can see a scene like, oh, they'll never say the word shaft or
right.
Girthy. Let's put girthy on. It's like The bone's girth. Okay. Damn it.
Calcified bone that we see is the metaphysis. And corner fractures are small little fractures that occur at the edges or at the very end of the metaphysis.
When you see a corner fracture, what does that ordinarily indicate to you about the mechanism that caused it?
They are very commonly seen in child abuse. And when we see metaphyseal corner fractures, we become very concerned that this is a case of non-accidental trauma or child abuse.
And the reason for that is the mechanism for a metaphyseal or a corner
The metaphyseal corner fracture, there are several proposed hypotheses. One is a sudden pulling. One is a sudden blow further up on the arm or the leg or whatever that has put there's a membrane that surrounds the outer part of the brain that's called the periosteum. And it puts the periosteum on stretch, if you will. The periosteum attaches at that point of the metaphysis, and it may just pull off a tiny little fragment of it.
Now, I realize that's a long and thank you, detailed description of exactly what a corner fracture is. But bottom line, a corner fracture is the kind of thing that when you see, let's say in the wrist area, that is strongly indicative to you of child abuse, right?
Yes.
That isn't here in this case, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, it's right. Or isn't right? Isn't or is it not?
You are agreeing with me that this is not a corner fracture, right?
Yes, what we're seeing in Matthew's x-ray is not a corner fracture.
It's a kind of fracture that's much more consistent, as you described on direct examination.
Wait a minute. Why did we just spend the last 25 minutes talking about corner fractures if there isn't one in this case? Way to confuse the fucking jury. Oh my God. Why are we even talking about this? Shit.
The kind of acute deceleration injury you see when kids fall off jungle gyms or when they run and fall down.
Correct.
And in addition, there's another kind of fracture that one sees called a bucket fracture, right?
A bucket handle.
Handle fracture. And that's another one of those fractures that when you see it, you think child abuse,
And
right?
is that one in this
Yes,
case
in fact,
either?
it's probably the same fracture as the
Right.
corner fracture seen in a different plane.
Well, all right. And if you gave an explanation of the bucket fracture, it would be similar in terms of
It's the same fracture.
it's a pulling.
It's the same mechanism.
We have the same name for two,
Okay.
two names for the same
Shall I
fracture.
explain that? Okay.
Oh God, here we go.
Because it's
Okay.
not stupid enough.
May I use my hands?
I was looking at you and thinking I'd save
Oh.
time, but
Is he shaking them?
If you will, think of the long bone
But
of the
definitely
arm
distracting.
as a tube.
Yeah.
At the end of the tube, there is a flare, somewhat like the end of a
Sir,
trumpet,
stop talking about your
and that's the
tube.
metaphysis. When you get to the
At least he's not
end
talking
of
about the shaft
metaphysis,
anymore.
There is a rim around
Oh no,
the
not
edge.
a rim.
Like the
talking about the
roll
rim.
part of the bell on a
It's a
trumpet.
good thing we didn't have more to drink at this
if
point.
There is one of these fractures that we're discussing, and it breaks
Oh
off
God.
the ring. You're looking down the edge of the ring,
Hold on. I have somehow missed
Your
super
Honor?
chats.
and if you
I
get
think-
one of these
Ooh.
fractures, the rim breaks off just a little bit. All right, goes this.
I have missed super chats. I think I am due for another shot. Let me see. We are actually, I am. Oh, yep. There it is. Wait, no, wait. I read that one. But how did we get up to $43? I must have missed something. So we're at 13. No, is that right? I can't do math. This is Megan math. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. $13. We are $7 away from the next shot on my channel. $7. Let me check super tips though. There could be some over there. Nope. We're good over there. All right. I didn't miss anything. I did not miss anything. We are good.
Depending on which way you're looking at it. If the X-ray is being done in this direction, it will see it as a small little corner. If the X-ray is coming from this direction, you see it as a semicircular ring analogous to a bucket handle.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that
See that in
description
this
of a
case.
thing we don't need to know about because there isn't one in this
Thank you.
case.
No further questions.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing further, Dr. Cleveland. Thank you.
Oh, that was a
Thank you
quick
very much,
one.
Doctor. Do not discuss your testimony that makes Mr. Leone, our Mr. Check, and we all wish you
Thank you.
careful stuff. Thanks.
All right. All right. Dr. Patrick Barnes is up next. That's where we're going to leave it off for today. We've been going for 2 hours. So we are good to go. And yeah, let's see. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything to read. I don't think I did. Flux, do you have any super chats we haven't read?
Let me just double verify. I think we got, where am I? There they are. Got those member chats. Hooked and Booked was a member for 4 months. Thank you so much, Hooked and Booked. And that was it. We're good.
Did you get this one? I don't remember reading this one.
You went to go to get something to drink.
Okay. Got it.
Was
And
that?
then-
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Or that was your vodka, I think.
So did I miss this? Was
No,
this
because
another
you
one?
did 2. You did 2 shots.
I did do 2 in a row. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we got that.
I
All
mean,
right.
you didn't. Yes, that is another shot.
No,
That's what I
no,
meant to say.
no, it
I
isn't.
meant to say, yeah, no, you didn't.
Nope,
Yeah, we got to
didn't.
do another
Nope.
one.
This whole time I've been working on a color by number. It's Mocha Dick. Can you see it?
Ooh,
Look,
hell yeah.
I'm still working on it, but yeah, it's Mocha Dick, I think. All right, guys,
Yeah.
this was fun. Next week we will be on Flux's channel, yeah. So you make sure that you come back and see us for Dr. Patrick Barnes, another pediatric radiologist. Looks like his testimony is only 26 minutes, which is great. And coming up after him would be no, he has a part 2, unfortunately. He has 4 parts. Oh God, he's gonna be on the stand for a long time.
What does he do?
He's a pediatric radiologist.
Oh,
And then we have
oh.
Dr. Gerald Fagan. Isn't that the name of the villain from Oliver Twist? It is Fagan. And then we have Dr. Girolami. I don't know who he is. I'm looking for Dr. I really want to see what Dr. Newberger looks like. Louise Smith, William Byrne Jr., Stacy Linwood, Newberger. There he is. You want to see what Newberger looks like? Let's take a look. He's so young. Youngish compared to how we saw him. Let's see. Check it out.
Oh, damn.
So much younger.
Oh, damn.
Look at that. So much younger. Holy cow. He did pass away, I do believe. He was
did he
sick.
really?
Yeah, I think so. Let me check. Eli Newberger. Yeah, he did. Because his obituary just popped up.
Oh.
He passed away at the age of 83, right? Like after the Kowalski trial, really. Yeah, he got real sick. That's why he couldn't make the trial. He was sick. But he was there they used his deposition. So yeah.
That's right. His video depo.
Yeah, but he did pass away. And this is how we saw him. This is how we saw him in the Kowalski trial. I guess he might have been even a little older than this picture, but here he is a little later. He played the tuba, by the way. He was actually a really good tuba player too. He was kind of an interesting guy. I liked Eli Newberger. He was a huge advocate for parents against these CPS kidnappings, medical kidnappings all over the country. He did a lot of work in his later years to help families who were falsely accused of child abuse. So the thing he created, he went to bat against at the end of his life. Isn't that it's an interesting story.
That's nuts. But I mean, it
No.
goes to show you just how much we don't know about medicine and how much that kind of stuff is always changing.
I'm looking forward to his testimony, though, because he's one of the smartest guys I've ever heard on the stand. I mean, really, really smart man. And it's sad to hear that, like he said years later, if he had known what he knew now, he would have testified very differently in this case in particular.
Mhm.
I imagine that happens a lot, especially with doctors. Things change, science changes, it evolves. You know, people learn new things as time goes on. Think about how many people are sitting in jail.
So many.
Because of that. Yeah. Ooh, Doctor.
It's sad.
Guess what? Matthew
What?
Ethan's mother is going to take the stand at some point.
Oh. Somebody in
Mhm.
the chat said they remember watching this live and remember not
Really?
liking the mother because they felt like she was cold. And I'm like, oh, I haven't even seen it yet, but I definitely believe that 100% because I haven't seen it yet. And I already don't like the mom for some reason.
I'm looking to see if his father took the stand. I'm not seeing him, though. I'm not seeing the dad.
It's odd that the dad and not the mom, or the mom would, but not the dad.
Yeah, kind of. That is kind of odd. Oh, Louise Woodward herself will testify in this case. They put her on the stand. So that's interesting. That doesn't happen very often.
And
it
when
looks-
it does, typily it's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last two
typically
people I
doesn't go
can,
very well.
the last two people I can, or the last three people, or four people, Murdoch, Sarah Boone, Laura Owens, all of them
Oh, yeah.
testified in court. They should not testify in court.
They should not
No.
have. Well, of course,
No.
Laura didn't have a choice. That was a case she brought.
Yeah.
And, and it wasn't criminal, it was civil. So she did not have a choice. She had to.
But you know she's gonna talk at her criminal. You know she's gonna speak in her defense at her criminal trial.
I know. You know she's gonna want to.
So I'm already counting her next to Sarah Boone and Jodi Arias.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Mama Bear Leah, thanks to read funny chat. LOL. By the way, guys, there is big breaking news in the What the Hales case. If you didn't know about this, yesterday Randy Shockett put in a motion to put paint chips in default for not responding to the lawsuit against him. And today the clerk has entered a judgment of default against Richard Luthman, felon, who we call Paint Chips, has been defaulted. Now, that's not a final judgment. The magistrate has to enter a final judgment. I will imagine, I'm sure that Paint Chips is going to petition the court to set aside the default for some stupid reason. And I don't know. I don't have a ton of faith in this judge to be like, no, because he's kind of a jerk. Oh, no, MG. Dang it, I didn't hit end stream soon enough. Yes, Dad. Yes. All right, we're ending the stream with a shot.
End it with a shot and a bang.
How many more do you have to go before you have yours? What are you at?
I've got $18 before I hit my next shot.
$18. That's not much, chat. You can probably do it.
No. Or we'll end right this second. It's good.
I overfilled that one.
Oh,
that was like a shot and a half.
See, that's too much. And the worst part is you don't realize it until you're shooting it, and then you realize you're like, "Oh, this is too much.
Too much. Oh, I need a shot glass. Okay, that one hurt.
I gotta send you a shot glass or something because that's not good.
Does Jeff have any in the merch shop? Does he have one? I'll buy one of his.
I know he had a tumbler drink glass. I don't know if he could actually get the shot glass.
I wonder if he has a shot glass. I'm going to see.
I haven't got it yet, but I'm going to get myself a set of, or a teddy shot glass because that was Jeff's favorite shot
That was
glass. So
his
that'll be
favorite.
get myself a titty shot glass.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Oh, he does. No, that's a tumbler. That's the Give It a Whirl tumbler. Okay, wait. Is there a shot glass? How do I get to the store? I don't want to be on. Here we go. All right, there I am in the Give It a Whirl. Here, let's share this so everyone can see what's in Jeff's store still. All right, we've got the Give It a Whirl drinkware. Oh, it's just mugs and pint glasses. Darn it.
Well, he's got the cocktail glass.
This is a cocktail glass. I want a shot glass. I should have
we
one
could
of these
probably
Give It a Whirl glasses, though, for sure. I need one of these.
You know, I bet you Connor has access to the Legal Vices logo, and you could probably get it put on a shot glass super easy. I imagine.
Yeah, but I'd rather buy one from the store. I wonder if Connor can go in and make a shot glass.
Be like, hey, just throw one of those on a shot glass real quick. We'll take it.
Wall art? Is this a poster?
It is. It's a poster. Yes.
I want a poster. Look, it comes in all these different colors. I want to put Jeff on my wall.
I thought about getting one and like getting it in a really nice frame and making it look cool, but I would have nowhere to put it right now.
Oh, Jeff, we miss you. Damn it. Why'd you have to go and die? Not fair.
Why'd you have to go and make us like you and then leave?
Yeah, that really sucks. That part really sucked. Why couldn't you just be an asshole? That would have been great. Would have been really great.
Better if you were a dick.
Would have been so much better if you were just a dick. Uh-oh, Megan is drunk shopping. Don't let me get on Temu right now.
Ooh, if you send Megan $100, she'll spend $100 on Temu.
That's true, but it would have to be on Cash App or something because I have no money until payday, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow also happens to be Spawn's birthday. She will be 20 years old. I have a 20-year-old.
Wow. What? Congrats.
This year I'm going to be 50. Big 50. It's happening. We have to have a party. We have to have a birthday party.
We do. Yeah, because that's a big one.
It's a big one. We need to have a birthday stream and we need to play games and stuff. Maybe we'll do a birthday trucking stream or something.
And drinking more.
You know what kills me is that the trucking game was all Tug's idea. And I have never gotten him to join me once.
Was it really?
Oh, yeah. It was all his idea.
It started with you doing the virtual driving around Otter Creek, right?
Sort of.
Is that how it started?
Sort of. But then after that, so Tug has these like computer games and he was looking for a driving simulator for some reason while we were on the air. I don't remember what for. And then he was playing it while we were on the air. And I was like, that looks fun. I want to do that. And he was like, you should do that. People would watch you drive because you're so bad at it, based on the Otter Creek tour that I gave on Google Earth. And then I go and I download American Trucking Simulator and I asked him to do it. And I was like, come on, we'll drive. Let's truck. And he was like, nah, you do it. I'm all right. I'm like, what? This was your idea. And then it became a thing and everyone started truck driving. And still to this day, he is not trucked with me. He did go up once and got hit as a pedestrian, apparently.
Yes, I do. I remember him riding shotgun with you.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. MG
Lord.
was in the car. MG was in the car that day.
Yeah.
Remember, you guys were whining about Dramamine. God, I still haven't been able to find that stream, you guys. I am looking for that stream because for me and Tug's second anniversary, which we never celebrated the first one, so this is going to be like the first celebration of the anniversary of our show in February. I want that clip. I want to play it, but I can't find it. And there's too many streams and I don't know how to find it. Like,
can you look up by like keywords?
don't think so. I mean, I would have to go through every transcript. So if any of you happen to come across it, please let me know. I'm dying to have that. Like, I can't go back through all my streaming.
There's been a couple times I've tried to go back to find a few streams like that you've done. I'm like, there's just a lot of streams. It's just, you have to scroll so far.
Oh yeah, the anniversary of the anniversary that never was. That's what we're having this year.
Nice.
Funniest moment was Jeff yelling, "Megan, no!" when she killed a cop. And then he was like, "Later, pig."
Yo.
I think I actually have that. I have that queued up in here. We can play that on the way out. You can see the clips because I have it. I think I have it. Wait, do I have it? The Mother Trucking Convoy song. Where is it? It's a Mother Trucking Convoy. Where is it? I do. I have it. All right, everybody. Take care. Good night. Good evening. Have a wonderful good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Do it in remembrance of Jeff. All right, see ya. Oh, Lord Jesus. No.
Just careful. Stop, break. Ooh. Hard right.
The wheel is
Another trucking convoy heading down the road. More laughs while the gas gets better with every load. Megan Fox in the lead, she's taking out cops. The friends close by, gotta hit all the stops.
Station wagon. Oh, fuck. You hit a cop. You hit a cop.
18-wheelers in the long line.
You know what? We can make it. We can get out.
Run!
Across the state line.
We're getting out.
Run! See you later, pig.
Another trucking convoy.
Oh, you did fuck. Danger, Will Robinson.
That motherfucker, she's a danger. You should watch her back up the trailer.
Always swing wide.
Wrong way into oncoming traffic.
Megan, stop! Oh, fuck you. Oh, God.
Heading into the Northwest Passage. Mountain curves can trigger. Stress attacks don't just figure. Take your meds so you can handle. That mother trucker, she's a handful. It's a mother trucking convoy. 18-wheelers in a long line. We're moving down the highway, hauling ass across the state line, talking shit and trading stories. It's a mother trucking convoy.
The cop didn't catch me. I must have killed him.
Because you kill exactly. Yeah. Just, if you get pulled over, you say, "I'm traveling on the land."
She's a danger. You should watch her back up a trailer. Wrong way into oncoming traffic. Crash, bang, rack up the damage. Heading into the Northwest Passage. Mountain curves can trigger. Stress attacks don't just figure. Take your meds so you can handle. That mother trucker, she's a handful. It's a mother trucking convoy. 18-wheelers in a long line. We're moving down the highway, hauling ass across the state line, talking shit and trading stories. It's a mother trucking convoy.
We're going for it. Uh-oh. Turned! Son of a gun!
You ran a red light, Megan.
Yeah, well, I only took out one sign. It was $260. I'll live.